The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
This defense for the Titans, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. His throw incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Throwing on first down. Jones. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Now Jones on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On second down, it's Stevenson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Then it's a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith from 3 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From the 44, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The slot man in motion right. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action here on 1st down.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Titans 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. The Titans at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down, and it's intercepted at the goal line.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Fields this way up at the 17.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Stevenson.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. Play action. Jones. He's got a man. Complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Jones now on 1st and 10.
Catch is made by Hardman. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2.
They'll run with Stevenson.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Being chased out left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And his Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now on the sidelines. They're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Robinson up the middle.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. One quarter remains here in Week 16. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Gould with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back to Stevenson on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yannick Ngakoue. Just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there in on the stop that time. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Room here to run. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So Houston going to come away here